Hey guys, this is Lena with Lena's Lovely Locks, or should I say Lena's Lovely Lice? I'm just kidding. So as you can see from the title of this video, I had lice. So this video is broken up into 3 different parts. I'm going to put timestamps on there so you can fast forward. But the first part of this video is me talking about how I got the lice, the emotions behind it, just the whole everything. So that's the first part. The second part is telling you how I treated the lice, what I did to get rid of the lice. And the third part is what I'm doing to prevent the lice from coming back. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So as of now, I am over 1 month lice-free, and that's exciting. Also, just a little caveat, I talked to some friends and family members about posting this video, and some of them were kind of apprehensive about me posting this video. They were saying that I would probably get a lot of backlash, I would probably lose followers, I'm going to be talked about, but I'm okay with that. When I was researching lice and locs, I didn't find too many videos about that. So that's the reason why I'm putting this video out here, is to educate people that have tiny locs, Microlocs or Sisterlocks, and you may have lice. I got lice from my son. So I am a school teacher. I teach 2nd grade. A lot of people thought that I got it from school. I did not. My son brought it home back in May, and he got it from a classmate. Okay, so let me just get this out the way of my ignorance of lice. Me growing up, I always thought that black people could not get lice. I thought that black people got tetanus or ringworm and white people got lice. Boy, was I wrong. So fact 1, lice loves all types of hair. It could be straight hair, curly hair, kinky hair, dirty hair, clean hair. It doesn't matter. If you have hair on your head, you can get lice. Okay, so that's fact 1. Fact 2, lice cannot jump, lice cannot fly, lice cannot hop, skip, but they can run pretty fast. They can crawl pretty fast. So that's one thing that they can do. So don't think that, you know, like fleas or ticks, they're jumping or hopping or flying in your hair. That is not it. So you cannot get lice out of the air. Okay, the third fact is lice are species specific. So what that means is if you have a furry friend or a furry family member in your house, like a dog, I have 2 dogs, and you cannot get lice from dogs, and dogs cannot get lice from you. So they are very species specific. So don't think that you're getting lice from your animal, and don't think that you can give your animal lice, because they like certain things. Okay, and the next fact is that when I thought of lice before I got lice, I thought of every bad connotation that, oh, people who have lice don't take care of themselves, people who have lice are dirty, but that is not the case. Again, anyone can get lice. So that is another reason why my family and friends thought that maybe you shouldn't do this video, because people are going to think you're nasty. They're not going to take advice from you anymore. What do you know if you can't keep your hair clean? But again, that's not the fact. If you work around children, or you have children in your home and they go to school, it's a high probability that you could probably get lice if their friends have lice. Okay, so you have to teach, you know, social distancing, things like that. All right, so now moving on to how I got lice. This is my dog. Get down, get down, get down. Now, again, I told you guys that I am a 2nd grade teacher. I teach little people, around little people all the time. I thought I got the lice from them, but no, I got it from my son. So my son got it from a friend at school. He brought it home. Again, I didn't think that he had lice, but he said, Mom, my hair is itchy. He's a 5th grader, by the way. He said, Mom, my hair is pretty itchy. And when I was in school, I was scratching it and a bug came out. A bug? What you mean a bug came out? So upon further investigation, yes, he had lice. So we had to cut all his hair off. Now, he has very, very thick hair. My children are biracial, so they have thick, curly hair. And when I spread his hair apart, yes, I can see like the eggs, and I can see little bugs crawling around, and I was just like, oh my God, no. So we decided to treat his hair and cut it off, and he was lice free. I also checked my other two sons' head and also my husband's head, and they didn't have any lice. I checked my head, or at least I thought I did. I didn't have any lice. So fast forward a few weeks later, I'm feeling itching in my head. Now I'm thinking like maybe because, you know, it's time for me to wash. You know, I wasn't ready for a retie yet. I was probably 1 week out for my next retie, and I'm scratching my head at the sink in the bathroom, and a bug comes out. Girl, the scream I screamed. Okay, I didn't know what to do. So you guys know when you're going through like the stages of denial. At first I was like, no, I don't have lice. This can't be it. I was outside, you know, working, you know, in the backyard, you know, playing with the dogs. So maybe a bug came in my head. Maybe this could be it. Then I went through, you know, anger. I was upset, and then I was sad, and then I was confused, and then just went through all the emotions. So I'm going to show you guys some video clips of just me going through my head. You won't see any bugs in my head. I didn't think to film that because I was just so messed up in the head, no pun intended, that I didn't think to do videos. But I did take videos of my hair after the treatment. So I'm going to show you guys videos of just me going through my hair after I did the treatment, and just my hair is just is messed up, like my locks slipped out, all that stuff. So that's how I got the lice. I got the lice from my middle son. Now, what I did to treat the lice. Okay, so I went through a whole bunch of stuff to treat this lice. So when I did, you know, research things about lice, I did go on Facebook groups, on the Microlocs pages, and kind of, you know, typed in lice in the search box, and I did come up with a few people that were questioning, you know, that had questions about lice. And what made me not want to post a question in the Facebook group is some people are really mean. Some people are mean and miserable. I call those M&Ms because they're just mean. You know, I was looking at, you know, replies about, oh, nasty, oh, you should cut your locks, oh, this and this and that, and just not helping at all. And my thing is, if you don't have anything helpful to say, just scroll on by. So that is what kind of stopped me from posting questions about lice in some of these groups, because I didn't want the backlash. So I did find some helpful things that you could do that I didn't want to try, and some things that you could do that I did want to try. So I'm going to list off all the things that I did do that I probably wouldn't recommend to you before I went to see my doctor about this. So I did research that some people said to put alcohol, rubbing alcohol on their head. I did that. So I use baking soda and rubbing alcohol, and I suggest you never do that because my scalp dried out. My eyes were burning, just smelling that stuff just made me sick. So some people said that the alcohol would dry them out or kill them. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that way. But I did get a prescription from my doctor. So the first prescription I got was for Nix. And if you've seen commercial for Lice, it's like the popular brand you get in CVS or Walgreens. So he did prescribe me that, but I didn't need a prescription because it was over the counter. And I used that, and you know, when I wash my hair out, I'll show you a video of the bugs that were coming out. But the thing is that the Nix kills the adult live lice, but it does not kill the eggs or the nit. So when I say eggs or nits, I'm going to use that interchangeably because eggs are nits and nits are eggs. So if I say eggs or nits, they mean the same thing. So the shampoo does kill the adult lice that are alive, but the thing you have to worry about are the eggs. Now, if the eggs hatch, you have to start that whole treatment over again. So you want something that's going to kill the eggs. So I had my doctor prescribe me something stronger, and this is like a pesticide, and it's called Spinosad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but I'm going to put a picture or video here, and it's called Spinosad, and it's supposed to kill the eggs and the live adult lice. So I used that, and it's said to leave on your head for 10 minutes, but guess what? I left it on my head for 4 or 5 hours. I was not playing with that stuff. I wasn't trying to, you know, have a reoccurrence. So I left that medication on my head for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I washed it out. Now, being me, I wanted to do overkill. The next day, I put Clorox bleach in my head, and I suggest you not do that. So what I did was I poured maybe 2 or 3 capfuls of Clorox bleach into my shampoo, shook it up, and then wash my hair with that. I don't think I needed to do that. I would never do that again. I would suggest you don't do that because again, it really messed up my locks. My scalp and my locks were just messed up. So I would not suggest you guys do the bleach action. And so the next thing I did, so I found out I had lice on a Sunday. I called my doctor on the Monday and got the prescription and did the Nix treatment. And I called him back on Tuesday and said, hey, I need something stronger. I need something that's going to be prescribed to me that's not over the counter. And that's when he gave me the Spinosad. And I used that on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I used the bleach. So Monday, I used the Nix. Tuesday, I used the rubbing alcohol. Wednesday, I used the Spinosad. And then Thursday, I used the Clorox bleach. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I gave my head a break, and then I was still kind of like messed up in the head. Like, I have things in my hair. I have eggs and bugs in my hair. Little did I know, I did not, because I got them all. But I made an appointment. I did more research over the weekend, and I made an appointment with Lice Clinics of America, and I'm going to show you guys a video of that. And they have this little nifty machine that dries out the eggs and the live adult lice. Now, I wish I had done this sooner. I wouldn't have spent all that money on all the other products. But what she did was she took something like a blow dryer, but it's not a blow dryer, and it has like a diffuser on the end. Now, you know what? Personally, I think I could have used this at home because I do have a blow dryer and a diffuser. But she used it and she just put it on my head, and different sections of my head, she used it at different times. So I'm going to show you guys a video of what she did, how the office looks, and all that stuff.
Actually, I feel like
it's like a diffuser.
It really is like a diffuser. It puts out a certain temperature air and a really big airflow, and it moves over the egg and it dehydrates it. So the bugs, they're a little sneakier. They can move away from the heat. But in general, if you apply the heat appropriately, everything dehydrates super. Actually, I feel like.
Okay. Just have my 2 Frenchies.
Trying to trap as much heat as we can in there.
Yeah, because it's really dense.
Yes.
Okay, so I am back from my Airelle treatment, and right now I have the dimithicone oil all saturated throughout my hair, just mostly she focused on the scalp area and like maybe an inch or two past the scalp, not my ends so much. So she wants me to leave this on for about 10 minutes, no longer than an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on for an hour and wash this out. She wants me to wash it out with Dawn because Dawn liquid soap gets oil out better than I guess a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is very, very, very hard. This is a setback for me. I know that my locks are gonna look horrible. She may have to just redo my whole grid again. It's gonna cost me a lot of money. I didn't expect to get lice, you know, so I'll just check back in with you guys after I wash this out, or I'll just show you guys pictures or insert pictures, because right now I'm a little discouraged about how my hair is going to look after all of these oil treatments. I have to do an oil treatment where this is the day 1, and then do another oil treatment on day 5, and do another one on day 11. And after that, I should be totally lice free. So I'll let you guys know. All right. So that was the second week, and I didn't see any lice then. She also told me to use dimithicone. So dimithicone oil is something that's I'm pretty sure you guys heard of this before, because it's in shampoos and conditioners and things like that. Also cosmetics. It's a really, really oily, it's not thick, it's very thin, but dimithicone is said to smother the lice and smother the eggs. So after my heat treatment with the Airelle, I think it's called the Airelle, she doused my hair with the dimithicone. So I will have to do that the day 1 of treatment. I will also do the dimithicone on day 5, and then also on day 11. So I'm going to show you guys videos of all the things I used after the Airelle treatment, and I think that helped it as well. So after my 11th day of my dimithicone treatment, I went back to Holly at the Lice Clinics of America, and she rechecked my head, and she didn't find any new eggs in my head. She did find some eggshells, and those were just the eggs that were treated. So they're not alive, they're dead. And that's it. So my husband, God thank my husband, sat there with me for hours and hours, taking out the dead eggs out of my hair. And I'm pretty sure I have a couple of more in my head, because he couldn't get all of them in the back. He's just not as thorough as me. So I know that if I were able to see in the back of my head, I would get the eggs out. But the eggs that I did see in the front, they're gone, they're out. I'm going to show you guys pictures of how the eggs look, how the dead eggs look on your hair strand. They're very, very tiny. And that is how I treated my lice. So that is one thing. So once you treat your lice, you want to go back in your head and look at your head every couple of days to make sure that no eggs have hatched. You don't have any, any live eggs in there or live lice in there. So that it's a whole lot, y'all. It's a whole lot. About a month of just, being very diligent and making sure that nothing's in your head, making sure that you're doing your treatments on time, things like that. So that is how I treated my lice and the eggs. Now I'm going to tell you guys how I'm keeping them away. So and this is for anyone who's never had lice. So if you want to keep them away, this is what you can do. Okay, so I researched, and I'm also going to put in the link in the description box down below. I did a ton of research and found academic journal articles about the effectiveness of this product on lice. Neem oil. So if you ever heard of neem oil, it's a very thick oil. It smells horrible, but it gets rid of lice and lice eggs. Now, had I known that before I spent all that money on the treatments, I probably would have used neem oil, on my head to kill the lice and lice eggs, but you know, hindsight is 2020. Now I know if it ever happens to me again, knock on wood, because I pray I never ever get lice, but I'm using neem oil to keep them away. So neem oil keeps lice away, and it also kills lice. And again, I did my research. I'm gonna send you or put down links in the description box about the academic journal articles on the research of neem oil and lice. So I'll put that down there for you. Also, these essential oils, peppermint oil, lavender oil, tea tree oil, lice hate those things. So I know that there are some sprays that you can use for children to spray on their hair to keep lice away. You want to spray it on their backpack, on their hair, things like that when they go off to school. But I could just make my own. You know, it's more cheaper to make my own, and that's what I did. So what I did was I have this essential oil from Eden's Garden, and it's called Hair Love, and it has all the essential oils that lice do not like: rosemary, cedarwood, peppermint, lavender, and thyme. It does not have tea tree oil, but I did have a bottle of tea tree oil on hand. So what I did was I mixed this inside my spray bottle along with something that's going to emulsify, because we know that oil and water don't mix. And I'm going to link my video up here on what you're missing, the one ingredient you need when you're making your do-it-yourself sprays. But yeah, so I mix my essential oils in my water, and I shake it up, and I'm spraying that daily. I also put a little bit of neem oil in there, and it does stink, but you know, this essential oil kind of like balances out the smell. So that that is what I'm using to keep the lice away. I'm also spraying that on my son's hair and my husband's hair, but I don't think I need it right now. I think when school begins, that's when I'm going to be amping it up and using it every day. But that is what I'm doing to keep the lice away. Now, I must say that if you are a newbie and you have lice, it's going to be really, really hard to keep your locks intact. I'm going on almost 3 years locked. So yeah, I did encounter a lot of damage, but Marie got me back together. As you can see, you know, I have my you know, locks put back in. She did have to put in some locks because a lot of slippage came out, as you can see on this side. So Marie did a really, really good job. And another thing, you want to get you I'm so happy for my loctician. Thank you, Marie at Kinky Crowns LLC out in Plymouth, Michigan. She got me together when I told her that I had lice, because I was maybe 4 or 5 days before getting my retie done. And I called her. I was upset, you know, like, listen, Marie, I got lice. I don't know what to do. You know, I can't come to you. I want to be, you know, truthful with you and, you know, let you know what's going on. And I thought she was going to really drop me as a client, because people, I mean, lice is taboo. That's something that, you know, we don't know about. But she was really understanding, and she wanted to be educated on it. So, and she was one of the ones that told me, go ahead, Lena, make this video, because she didn't know about lice. She doesn't know what to look for, you know. So I think that is, you know, a good thing. So if you are a loctician and you don't know what to look for, if a client comes to you not knowing they have lice, or knowing they have lice and coming to you, you'll know what to look for. You'll know that, okay, this is a lice egg, honey, you know, step back, or this is a live adult lice. So that is another reason why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of people don't know what to look for or look out for when having lice. So all right, guys, so that is about it for now. I am still checking every other day to see if anything is crawling in my head, because I'm still messed up in the mind about that. But I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted and updated on what's going on with my hair. So if you found this video helpful, guys, I would really appreciate if you shared it, you know, because a lot of people don't know, or a lot of African Americans don't know that we can get lice, you know, and you don't have to cut your locks. You don't have to cut your dreads. You don't have to do that in order to get rid of lice. It's going to take some work to get rid of them, but you do not have to cut your locks, okay? So don't let anyone tell you that you need to cut your locks if you have lice, because they're lying to you, and they're jealous, and they're mean, and they're miserable. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.